The terrorist nation Pakistan has denigrated to a state of art for mockery. The nation has been garnering negative global attention for all the wrong reasons. The thick-bellied politicians and hypocrite establishment have failed to provide an effective solution to the miseries of the people. Unmistakably, after gulping even the last pie from the place of the hunger-hit populace, the national icons just have obscene videos and MMS leaks to contribute to the country. The begging bowl foreign policy of the bureaucracy has also lost its charm as the foreign helping hand has also taken a back seat. Namaste and welcome to TFIPost. I'm your host Sabita Mishra. Let's begin. The recent statement of Pakistan's Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif advocating critical and honest talk with his Indian counterpart, Prime Minister Narendra Modi, was filled with the same historical malice with which his predecessors approached India and backstabbed later. The hypocritical Pakistani PM wishes to discuss the burning issue of Kashmir, the despotic state in which Pakistan is at present. Even in the wildest of imagination, India would not discuss Kashmir with Pakistan. Kashmir, which is an integral part of India, has nothing to do with Pakistan. Further, the parliamentary resolution of India explicitly makes it imperative for the government and the military alike to take back Kashmir. In addition, the present Union Home Minister has optimistically vowed in the parliament that we would take our territories of POK from Pakistan, making the stance of Indian government clear on the Kashmir issue. As a consequence, the blabbering of Shehbaz Sharif to discuss Kashmir holds no merit. Instead, the Pakistani Prime Minister should focus on the distressed voices of the people from Pakistan-occupied Kashmir, Gilgit-Baltistan and Balochistan who seek freedom from the failed state of Pakistan. Admittingly, the Pakistan government has been going through the worst phase in the history, as it has failed to curtail rampant corruption, skyrocketing radicalization, army-sponsored terrorism, and to top it all, the ragged economy has broken the backbone of the ordinary citizens. Consequently, more and more young people are getting inclined towards extremism and joining hands with separatist groups against the government and the army establishment. These developments have forced the Pakistan government to look beyond the previous notions of anti-India hysteria and fanatism. Owing to these reasons, the Pakistani Prime Minister has for the first time admitted that Pakistan has solely introduced extra distress, poverty and unemployment in the nation by fighting 3 wars with India. However, soon the unimaginable tradition of anti-India fanatism took over his insight and he proceeded with the age-old blabbering of flaunting that Pakistan does not want to waste resources on bombs and ammunition. He quickly resorted to his famous nuclear warmongering propaganda, threatening India with dire consequences if a war broke out. The interview also threw light on the nervousness of the Pakistani administration, which is facing the imminent threat of Tehreek-e-Taliban Pakistan. As a consequence, Shehbaz Sharif tried to divert the attention of his populace towards Kashmir, as he could see Pakistan heading towards a civil war-like situation with freedom movements in the obscure regions of Balochistan, Gilgit-Baltistan and POK. Ironically, the citizens in these regions have been raising their voice against the atrocities of the Pakistani administration. The Pakistani state has been exploiting the resources of these regions for the benefit of the Punjab-dominated bureaucracy and army establishment. As a consequence, their citizens have been accusing the regime of stepmotherly treatment. Recently, reports of mass demonstrations have started to come in, adding to the uncertainty over the future of Pakistan's sovereignty. That is to say, if we took the situation in entirety, the Pakistani government is left with no other choice than to reconcile its relations with India so as to tackle the menace of ever-rising inflation through Indian exports. But for that to happen, Pakistan has to give up on its fanatic obsession with Kashmir, vacate the illegal occupation of POK, and liberate Balochistan so that India sits on the table and negotiates trade with Pakistan.